Good afternoon, Miss Campbell. I'm here just asking you questions. I know this whole situation right now is a lot for you to handle. Being locked away in a room, far from your loved ones, and subject to rigorous tests that have probably pushed you past the point of exhaustion. But the reason for this is that you might be able to help us end this whole epidemic. It has been 3 weeks since you were diagnosed with the fungus. How are you feeling right now?
I'm fine. Facial pain's been gone for 2 days, though my cough's gotten worse.
You've completely lost your urge to smile, right?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. You're the first person to have this variant of the disease that we are aware of. Every case prior to yours has ended in a violent death. You seem to have recovered from it. You see, our early understanding of your case is that it's a late bloomer. Its course runs slower, but eventually it will kill the host. I think we should investigate if your recovery is the result of a weaker, non-lethal variant, or if it's because of your immune system. If, and only if, it is entirely your immune system responsible for your phenomenal recovery, we can extract your antibodies, create vaccinations, and for immunity, and possibly make a cure.
Well, I hope that's the case.
Now, let's talk about the incident. Is there any reason why you were not following standard safety protocols in the morgue? Miss Campbell?
I wasn't in my right mind at the time.
Can you elaborate?
I was in grief. I still am. I couldn't cope with it at the time. I couldn't focus. I could have not shown up for work today. But I had a son to raise. And without its father, it's so much harder to do. Now I'm here, stuck in a laboratory.
I'm really sorry for your loss and your stay here. We can send your son here to talk to you. I know it's been agonizing spending your time in here away from him.
Please do.
Alrighty then, I will be in touch soon. You need your rest. You'll be further researched in the coming days. Just hold on tight. We might see an ending to this ordeal.
The research laboratory was infiltrated by the Smilers. Despite the high security of the facility, it was not able to withstand the enormous wave of Smilers. Everyone, the personnel and subjects were killed in the bloody raid. All but one.
run it at me. Wait, what? No, 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 no.
I was there during that whole outbreak. I stayed in my basement for a whole year. Yeah. I had to get used to living in such a claustrophobic space where I'd risk getting infected or brutally murdered by those psychos. The tricky part was getting food. I'd carefully walk around streets with a gas mask, avoiding the infested areas, and the competition for food was like really, really high. So lots of fights would happen, supermarkets that were abandoned, with like a high chance of like a smiler, intervening, and I got to witness one myself. And God, oh my God, it was the bloodiest thing I have ever seen. It was insane. And later on, the outbreak, we learned that these like seemingly unstoppable variant disease could be burned by heat and caustic. And it was quite the revelation that we needed, because we realized that we could fight back with these, impossible to kill spiralers. I mean, those creatures could lift cars and survive bullets. And they were really scary because they also don't really even look like humans anymore. So when it finally ended, I decided to move to San Francisco for good, because initially I was too traumatized to stay in that city. Went through a violent outbreak. And since then, I've led a peaceful life, got married, had a child, but, that whole outbreak, it feels like it just ended yesterday. It's hard to believe it was 20 years ago. Time flies.